Hello everyone, welcome to Rao's Corner. Today we have a very important discussion about how to deal with problematic children. Quite often a large number of parents come to me with their related problems concerning to their kids, maybe who are in standard 7th or some of the students even in class 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th also. So they have got different kinds of problems, and now we know that the children in the present day generation have to be tackled in a very diplomatic way. There was a time when the big stick policy was in vogue and in force, but now you see the big stick policy won't work. So we have to deal with counseling, we have to socialize them, we have to talk to them in a particular way which is very suitable for them. So all these things requires some kind of special skill, an expert, and particularly the parents do not have that much amount of time with them to deal with them regarding this. So they come to the counselors, but ultimately the onus lies on both father and mother, that is the parents. They have to see what are the things inherent in them, what actually he requires, what are the pros and cons, why does he behave like that. All these things, the parents are in a much better position than the counselors, because ultimately when they come to the counselor, they ask the questions only to the parents about their relative behavior patterns, their timings, their schedules, how does he do in the morning, how does he behave in the afternoon or in the evening. All these pondering questions are put to them only. So actually they have the answers, but it is the role of the counselor. But all these things can be solved at your home. Only try to understand your kids, what does he need. See, nowadays you see children behave in a very unparliamentary way, mainly because you see they have something, they have an approach conflict, and their parents do not yield, either due to they don't have time or because they are not that much cared, because he's a small kid after all. And the question of status also comes, status, prestige and all these things. I am elder to me, he has to obey to me. All these things put together, it puts the kids behavior and future into jeopardy. So therefore one has to be very, very careful while dealing the kids. So they behave in the way that are actually assigned to them, or rather whenever they are into the peer groups, they have a circle. All these people with the same set of behavior come together, or they flock together. They have see how to behave, how not to behave, what are the next step to go against their parents. They have one kind of union indirectly. So this puts the parents' position in a very difficult proposition. Therefore, first of all, understand your kids, what he needs. If the socialization process is very good from the earlier times, when he was a kid, the things will take care of themselves. What does he need? Sometimes you have to understand, because sometimes kids are also very, very ambitious. They are very clever, they are intelligent, and sometimes they also want to do something. They need some kind of opportunity to do something. So we have to understand what are the things that he requires. Because kids, in the present generation, kids are very, very intelligent, they are very clever. They also know what are the things, because thanks to internet, thanks to websites and all these things, they are one step ahead of us in terms of knowing the things. So therefore, one has to understand. So main two important things that I'll specify here is, understand your child, see what he needs, go ahead of that. Suppose that thing that he requires is reachable or that can be afforded, kindly provide it. Suppose that is something concerning to the negative side, just ignore it. You should have the knack to avoid it. Otherwise, the children will go astray. So therefore, behavior of the kids is very, very important. So I think it is the role of the parents. First of all, it is the role of the parents, then the counselor. Thank you.